Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today I've been painting Dollar Tree wooden plaques. I did 3 different versions to hopefully give you some ideas. And if you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. I decided to start with the shamrock cutout first. And I put some of the new shamrock paint on there. And I cut myself a sponge. Just a chunk of the regular sponges that I use all the time. And I'm just going to dab it lightly. Now it just has a very thin amount on the sponge, and I'm just going to go around the edges. And I did this a long time ago, and I really loved the way it looked. And I'm starting that lightly, and I can always add more on this if I want to. And we'll be back when I'm done with this. I definitely think that there are spots on here that are entirely too green. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some white paint and doing the same thing. And I'm going to go over the green. And if I get too much white, I'll just come back with some green. Remember what I told you, it's only paint. Anytime you paint anything, if you mess it up, you just go over it again. It's no big deal. I know people are really afraid to paint things. And they think, oh, they can't do it, or they don't know how to do it. Believe me, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, I'll be back after I get done touching this up. Okay, there it is with the white touch-up all over the green. And I've lightened it up rather well. But I think I want it to stand out a little more, so I'm going to get some of this. This is Delta's Gleams. They also have, let's see, Folk Arts Metallic, and this looks like a pearl. In fact, it's called Pearl White, but that gives it a nice bright pearl finish, the same as the Gleams. But I have more Gleams, so I'm going to use this. And I'm just going to give it a whole coating. And then while that's drying, I got out some letters. And I'm going to do these in Folk Arts Extreme Glitter. I get most of my paints at Walmart. This is a little more expensive than the other ones, but a little goes a long way with this. So I'm going to paint all my letters in this, and when they dry, I'll be gluing that on there. I decided to give the letters a coat of the Shamrock Green, just because in case something does show through, it'll be the same color. And right now I'm just painting a coat of the glitter. And we'll see if it needs more after it dries. Okay, there's one coat done. And it has the glitter to it. I think it needs a little more. But then again, I am me. So I'm going to give this a second coat and see if that brightens it up any. Well, 2 coats made it a lot more glittery. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I guess you can. So now I'm just going to glue these to the center. And I'll start with the C and then space the other ones out evenly. Now I'm not putting too much glue on these just because I don't want it to squirt out around the edges. Just lay it on there gently. I get it where I want it. Push down. And the first one is now done. On to the next. Okay, this one I have base coated in the white already. And I think I'm going to use the same thing that I did with the Lucky Shamrock, as well as some of these in solid. And I haven't quite decided if I'm going to use a metallic green or the new Shamrock. I really love the metallic. But then again, I really like the new Shamrock for St. Patty's Day. So let me give it some thought and I'll get started. Well, I tested out the metallic green on the back and I think it's got really good coverage. So I'm going to use the metallics. And I'll be using the metallic green and the metallic white. Okay, the first thing I did was paint the edge of the whole thing inside and out. And then I did the ones that are hiding underneath this banner in solid. And now, like I said, I'm going to do every other one. So this one's going to be solid. This one's going to be solid. And then I'm just going to take the sponge and go around the edges. Okay, I got all the green done. And now I'm just going to give it a coat of the white metallic or pearl finish or the gleams. So I'm just going to go over all of the white and the green. And give that a good coat. Okay, I got the white on and I really like the way that turned out. Now for the banner, I think I'm going to do gold. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do the champagne gold or the Inca gold. And then on top of the one I choose, I'm going to do the extreme glitter. So, let me decide which one of these I'm going to do and give it at least one good coat. Okay, I decided to use the Inca Gold, and that's one coat. So as soon as that dries, then I'm going to be putting a coat of the glitter on. Okay, I've got one coat of the gold glitter paint on there. I'm going to wait for that to dry. Chances are it's going to need two coats. So while that's drying, I've got some more lettering, and I got this at Walmart, the same as the other. They've got the best price for the wooden letters. I'm going to give these at least one coat of the green metallic. Well, this definitely took two coats of the glitter to give it a good coverage. So all I'm going to do now is glue on the letters to say Lucky, and that'll be two done. I could leave this as it is, but you guys know me by now. I'm going to make 3 little hearts together. And give it a little tail. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And that's 2 done. And 1 more to go. Okay, this one looks like a pot of gold. And basically that's what I'm going to be doing, is making a pot of gold. I'm going to sketch it in with a pencil first, because I want the top of it to go like so. And I'm going to be painting from here down in black. So what I'm going to need is black, white, gold. Okay, I'll be back after I get the pot painted. And for this, I'm going to use a large angle brush, because they cut in a whole lot easier than a regular brush. Okay, that only took 1 coat of black, and the handles and the gold part I'm going to paint with the Inca Gold metallic paint, and I am probably going to need 2 coats. Okay, it did take 2 coats of the gold to give it good coverage. Now I'm just going to take a detail brush with some white paint, and I'm just adding a little bit of white. And it gives it a more of a 3-dimension look. Okay, after the gold has dried, then I'll finish up. Okay, now that it's all dry, I want to give this just a little bit of definition. And I'm just going to take a pencil and make this look like it's got coins in it. And in order to get this to stand out a little better, I'm going to go over this a few times. Depending on what you decide to do with this, the pencil marks would be fine. This is more of a background for what I have in mind. Okay, I'm going to go over these pencil marks with a gold Sharpie. And they don't really show up all that much different, but they are slightly darker. Okay, I've got all of the little circles drawn in. And now I'm going to get out my Dollar Tree coins. And I'm going to hot glue some of the coins here and there. And I like the clover side, or the shamrock side, better than the writing. Okay, I got the coins all glued on, and I really love the way this turned out, and I am so glad that I did have the coins, although the Sharpie outlines weren't bad. But, of course, you know me, I gotta have stuff that glitters and shines. So, that's it for my painting for the day. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and happy creating, everyone.